it says in the bold there, it says questions 19 through 20, a particle moves along a horizontal line according to this formula. So this is a position. This is a position function. What does that mean? That means if you take any number and you plug it in right here, it'll give you a position. Since it says on a horizontal line, think of it like on an x-axis. X-axis. So a particle is like right on this line and it's going back and forth. Okay, we don't know where it is. Okay, but if we wanted to know where it is, we just have to plug in the number and it'll give you that position, like where it is. Okay, according to the x's. All right, or actually, you wouldn't plug in the number on the x-axis. You would plug in a t, a time, and then it'll give you the result will be the x on the x-axis. Okay, all right. So this is saying for number 19, it says the particle is moving right when. How would you know if a particle is moving right? You would know if a particle is moving right if you knew the velocity. Velocity tells you two things. It tells you speed and direction. What? I thought it was just speed. No. Velocity tells you speed and direction. Okay, now the speed is just the number. Okay, the direction is the sign of the number. Okay, positive means right. Negative means left. Okay, so we just have to know where S prime, if we took the derivative of S, by the way, we wouldn't say S prime, we would say velocity. Same as S prime, okay, but we're going to use velocity. We just need to know where velocity is positive. That way we know where we're moving right. So you could just do a sine line graph, okay? Now we have to check, so how do you do a sine line graph? How do you do the first derivative test? That's what this is essentially asking us to do. Well, let's first find velocity, the velocity function. Velocity function would be the derivative of that, so we get 8t to the third, and then minus 12t to the second, and then plus 4t, and then the 1 goes away because it's a constant. There you have it. All right, man, I wish I wasn't that close to the function. Here we go. Okay, so there's our velocity function. Now we just need to know where is this function positive, where is this function negative. And the long way to do it is to draw a line and put on here the critical values. To find the critical values, we have to go 8t to the third minus 12t squared plus 4t. And we have to set this equal to 0 and solve it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out a t. So I get t, 8t squared. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take out a 4t because I could divide each of those by 4. So we're going to factor this dude so we can start solving it. So we get 2t squared minus 3t plus 1. Kind of boo because the a does not equal 1. So this is not like your easy factoring problem. We're going to multiply the 1 and the 2 to get 2. What numbers multiply to give me 2 and then add to give me negative 3? And that would be negative 1 and negative 2. And so what that does is, sorry guys, this is all the way back to algebra 1. These two numbers split up the middle term. So I'm factoring that guy. Oh man, I'm factoring this. And what I'm going to write now is 2t to the second power minus 1t minus 2t plus 1. And so this right here is your negative 3t. And I got those two numbers by doing this cute little big X right there. I got this 2 by multiplying the 2 and the 1 together, and I got the negative 3. Well, I think that one's kind of obvious from the middle term. Okay, so let's group those in factors. So I'm going to group these guys, and this guy. I'm going to take out a t, so I get 2t minus 1. Then over for this one, I'm going to need to take out a negative 1 so that I get a 2t minus 1, just like the other factor. I'll take out 2t minus 1. And then I'm left with t minus 1, And then I'll put the 4t back in front, set this equal to 0. Now I got to set each of those factors equal to 0. Oh, dang. So if I set that equal to 0, I get t equals 0. If I set that equal to 0, I get 1/2. And if I set that equal to 0, I get 1. Dang! So I got 0, 1/2, and 1. Okay, so if I want to know where the particle is moving right, I need to know the sign in each of these intervals. Now there's 4 intervals here. There's an interval right here, there's an interval right here, there's an interval right here, there's an interval right here. I got to pick a point to test between each of those. Now this kind of stinks because I could pick a -1 here, which is not that bad. But then I'm going to have to pick like a 1/4 right here, which is nasty. And then I'm going to have to pick a 3/4 right there, which is ugh. And then I have a 2 right here. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So I'm going to be lazy. Instead of plugging in each of these numbers back into my velocity function to see where we're positive, where we're negative, I'm going to use a graphing calculator. Yay! All right, so let's go up to our first function. What if this wasn't a graphing calculator problem? Well, that would stink. You would have a lot of work to do. But you're just going to use, yeah, I know. Okay, so we have 8x to the third minus 12. I'm copying the velocity function. Oops, I'm still up in the exponent. Minus 12. X raised to the second power plus 4x. Okay, so how does this help us? Well, check this out. So I got my graph here, and it looks like you can see our x-intercepts. Here, let's zoom in a little bit. I'm going to hit the zoom button. Then I'm going to press 2 to zoom in. Now, if you have a regular graphing calculator, you would then have to press enter to zoom in, but mine's not a regular calculator. It's an app. Okay, I'm going to zoom in again, and it's going to keep zooming into the origin because the origin's at the middle of my screen, of my window. Booyah. Okay, so it looks like we're negative. Let's see, let's do it. Negative before 0. Between 0 and 1/2, we are positive, and then we're negative, and then we're positive. Okay, so there you have it. We have this interval right here, we're going right, and we have 1 all the way to positive infinity going right, right? Where are we moving right? Well, where is V positive? It is positive between 0 and 1/2, which is A. And it's also positive when we're greater than 1. So it's C. So this one has 2 answers. Oh, nope. Can't select 2 answers. We would select.
Wait, D is those 2 combined.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for noticing it and making sure that I selected it. Good job, guys.